Let me even start from the lessons, because you talked about their tenacity in holding government to account, and that's the lesson we should be taking from them. Well, that is debatable. I think their tenacity to hold government to account can be tested when they are dealing with core home issues, government policies as against foreigners. Because if you look at what is going on, it does appear that the foreigners are being used as scapegoats. And that's why in between the South African president's statement, you will hear, oh, you have a right to protest but yeah. Then again, you should not go overboard. So some people are looking at South African government as using this as some sort of politics because there is coming election. And so they're trying to give South Africans leverage so that they will not pour their venom during the election. And so the question will be, will they be tolerant of the protesters when they want to address the key issues of government, like taxes, just like you had in Kenya, where those ones, they went into the National Assembly and destroyed things. They were quite tenacious. And so when it comes to lessons, I don't know whether we should learn anything until they are really tested, whether they can hold government to account when it comes to the main issue they are facing. But back to the main topic, which is whether the government has done enough and all that. The question will be, where is Nigerian president when it comes to speaking to the issue? Because if we have faced this consistently and the government does not deem it fit to speak, I mean the president, shouldn't we be asking questions? Because I cannot imagine citizens of countries like the US or UK going through this, getting reports that the citizens are killed, and there is no strong statement being made. And so where is the president, or does he not think that it is important enough to speak, that the Foreign Affairs Ministry can handle it? Because we're talking about death now. At what point in time do you think that you should come into the picture? And now still talking about whether they have done enough. When you look at the whole brouhaha about the planes, and the number of Nigerians coming in and not coming in, it goes back to whether we are even efficient. When you look at the story that emerged through the weekend, they said they did not disburse money. And I'm like, okay, this issue of money again. Now, you have your citizens becoming vulnerable to attacks, and you are still talking about money has not been paid, money has been paid. Initially, or in other cases, we have seen airpeace coming in to save the day for free, right? But this time around, it does appear that airpeace wanted to be paid. And they had made the forced evacuation. And the second one, the payment did not come, and airpeace did not even move a muscle. Now, this is an airline that ordinarily would do all of these things for free. But because the economic situation has also gotten to them, the cost of jet fuel and all of that, they couldn't do it for free. And that was why you had Value Jet coming for the second evacuation. And now the airpeace has come for the third evacuation, possibly subsequent evacuation. So the Nigerian government, at what point in time do we stop being, would I say, serious when it comes to disbursement? The disbursement that affects contractors in the country, it affects budgets in the country, it affects everything. But when it comes to saving the life of Nigerians, we don't deem it fit to ensure that this is the limit at which we have to stop such carelessness.
Driving the conversation, making sense of the news.